So I'm starting with sharing my screen. I believe that you can see actually this is actually a very first simple and basic sample of a PHP solution that you can refer to actually anytime. Um, so whatever. I'm gonna start with opening a code that we have to start with. Later on, as I said, I'm gonna teach you how to install the necessary tools to edit and to create a PHP solution. Remember, the PHP it's a web-based solution that we are referring to create web applications only. So it has to run on the web and it delivers services to the web only. The editor we are using basically the Notepad can serve us. We can refer to the Notepad to solve all what we need. It's not unique, but it's very basic and it can help us to do whatever we want. Actually, if you want to say something, you speak because I'm not seeing literally the Doctor, please record the class. Actually, it is not launch and the record from the Google. I'm recording, yes. I'm recording using another tool, but I'm recording, yes. I'll give it to you later on. But remember, you have to take notes within the class usually. Do not count on the recording, please. You have to take notes frequently. So, I come back. I was saying that this Notepad is a good editor that can help us to create web solutions basically, but it's not unique that we can refer to, but we can refer to other solutions, whatever. So to write PHP, the Notepad is enough. Okay, this is a PHP code. It's a block of PHP inside an HTML page. So this is a web page, and I'm saving it somewhere in my computer with a name that I give in H1 here. .php, the extension has to be available. .php. The name actually you use depends on the request or the question or whatever you want, but the extension .php it has to be .php, otherwise there will be an issue. The recognition later on of the result of the output, it is based on the extension only. So anywhere in my computer, to see result of this content here, like what you can see here in this example only here, first page. I created for this purpose only an editor. It's an online editor here. Actually, it's featherbay.com/lecturing. I'll give you the link here in the chat just in a while. Here I'm gonna upload the file I saved. I'm gonna test here. If there is any error, it will be actually shown to me. Just I'm gonna do some small modification only, and I'm gonna upload the thing again. Okay, I'm gonna upload the same file again to make you understand that it is being edited. Let me test. I have an issue. See here, it's not the same result. It's something actually strange. What is this? I'm gonna make another modification. I'm gonna make you understand. Don't worry. Okay, I'm gonna upload it again, the same file. Okay, now it's an error. So here we make sure that we are sure that this PHP has an impact on the output. So I made actually a little modification, which is this string here. I deleted the quotation and the semicolon. A PHP has to start with, let me maximize the font. In conclusion here to what I just said, a PHP has to start with an indicator here, which is an input point or a start point of a PHP block. The less than question mark PHP, it is indicating that we are starting a PHP block, and it gets closed with a question mark greater than. So all what it comes in between is the PHP script. In this context here, this example here, we are having only one statement. It's one semicolon only. It is an echo. It is just a function, it is actually sort of procedure that has to bring in output in the screen where it is mentioned between double quotation. Here, hello Fox. I'm gonna save this file now. I'm gonna re-upload it again. Okay, let me test it. Yes, here it is. Hello Fox. This my first PHP web page. It is a simple HTML here. It's an H1. It's a simple HTML. I'm gonna delete all of this content here. This body here. I have only the PHP now. I'm gonna save it with a different name. Save as. I'm gonna say task2.php. I give it the name task2.php. All files. I change to all files. Here, task2 done. I'm gonna upload this task2 now here. The name is task2. I'm gonna come back. Again, choose the file, which is the task2 in this example. Task2, this is the one which I saved. Open and upload. Test it. It gives me the same result, but differently because we do not have welcome to our web page. Nothing. We have only this statement. But remember, a web page, to say that it is a web page, it has to start with an HTML tag. It has to have a head. It has to, and the head has to have actually an and it has to have a body, and this body has to be terminated. Actually, you terminate the body and you terminate the HTML. Come on, simple like that. Now we say that we have a PHP block inside an HTML file, a PHP block and a PHP script inside an HTML file. I'm gonna save only, same task2. I'll test it again. I was saying at the beginning that the Google Meet does not record, and I'm recording locally here, and I will give you the recording. Yes. I'll give you the recording. Don't worry. But meanwhile, usually you have to take notes from your side. Let me continue. So uploaded, not uploaded. Here it is uploaded. Yes, done. Let me test the same output. Nothing. Right click in any place, view page source. I have the header here, the HTML, and I have the output I want. It's not HTML. It's the output only. I'm gonna close this page, come back. So here this is the output. We have an PHP to say echo, but the output is hello Fox or hello word only, and this is the output. I'm gonna make a small modification now. I'll leave this one open. I'll open a new notepad. Why? Because in this file here, in this task2, I said we have a block of PHP inside an HTML file. This is an HTML file, an HTML, let's say, solution. The extension is PHP only. I'm gonna respect the HTML context. I'm gonna copy this file, this script here, into a new notepad, paste, and I'm gonna save this file with a name. Let's say task3.html, since it is an HTML file. It's an HTML file that has PHP inside, so it's an HTML file. I'm gonna save it with the name .html. All files in the same directory. Task3, I said save. خلاص, finished. Task3.html. I come back here. Task3. Choose it. This is task3 is with the Chrome icon even. Double click. Upload it. Test. Nothing. No errors and no output. No error and no output. Let me see the source. Right click, view page source. I have the PHP available here, but it does not give any output. I have the PHP here available, but it does not give me any output. Come back, refresh. Let me refresh. Same, nothing, no output. Task3, here is the file, but nothing, no output. Why? Because the HTML file, the HTML based files do not interpret PHP code. They do not interpret PHP code. They have to be a PHP only to understand that this is PHP and to give you the output. I'm going to change the name of the HTML, this task 3, to task3.php. Save as. I'll give it the same name, but extension is .php. Task 3 again. Save. I come back. Choose it. Task3.php now. The icon is different. Double click. Upload. Yes, I'm going to test it. Yes, here's the output. Hello world. When I see the source, right click. View page source. Here is the hello world. There is no PHP indicator. It is only the output. It's only the output here. So it works very fine. It works very fine. In conclusion now, just simply here. A PHP file has to be with the name given based on the request, but the extension, it's a must. It has to be with the .php only. Any editor, any text editor can be actually a help to create a PHP solution. Any editor. Notepad is a very good example. We can write things more than the PHP only. PHP files can have HTML in addition to the PHP, not only the PHP. We have the PHP and we have HTML also. It works very fine. The vice versa, no. The vice versa, no. If we talk about HTML files, they cannot interpret PHP, means they have to receive only HTML. HTML, they receive only HTML. PHP, they receive PHP and HTML. There is no problem. Okay. The last modification I'm going to bring here, task 3, I'm going to move to the task 4. I'm going to copy the same script. Copy. I'll move to a new notepad, task 4. Notepad here. Paste. Let me maximize the font. Okay. I will not give this statement only in PHP. I'll do the full program. The full program is PHP. The full file is PHP based. Here we start, and here we close. So I started and I closed here. So this one has to be mentioned as an HTML, as a PHP only. This one is errored here. I'll delete. This one I'll delete. And all of this is PHP script. It has to be mentioned to the computer, to the server, that is PHP, not HTML. So I'm going to precede it with an echo. So I'm going to mention that this is actually a PHP. By just using simple echo, I put everything in between double quotation. I close the quotation here, semicolon. And the same thing here. Echo, double quotation, and I close the double quotation here, semicolon. Simple. So this one became as an PHP solution. Same thing here. It is having actually HTML content, but even though it is passed as a PHP solution, I'm going to save as task 4. Task 4 dot same thing actually PHP. I have to go for all files. Save the same location. Here it is. Let me test it. No, this one here. Let me test it here. Let me test. Task 4. Upload. Test. Yes, hello. The same solution. Let me just view the source. Here it is. The HTML, the content, and the HTML closing. Very fine. It works very fine. So we had the same solution differently. If I move to task 1, not here, no, in the solution. Task 1. If I move to task 1, task 2 maybe. Just the name I missed. Task 2, hello world. Task 3, hello world. Task 4, All of them hello world. The same output, but we solved them differently. We had 4 different ways how to create a PHP solution, a first PHP program with the same output, actually, with the same result at the end. Conclusion here, we need an editor, notepad like, to write the content, the HTML or the PHP solution, whatever the solution is. And besides of that, we need an editor. We need actually an interpreter, not an editor. We need an interpreter, a server, where to test. The thing where I'm uploading my solutions here, this choose here and upload, it is one of the domains I own, actually. They are mine. I own, sorry. They are mine. And I'm giving you the access. You'll test and we'll see. Just to avoid the issues later on for your case, whenever you save a file, you save it with your ID only. So for example, this task, I'm going to save it with a new name. So you type your ID, task1 T1. So to avoid the issue, you just use your ID, because all of you are going to save at the same directory. It is not good to use the same name, task1, task1, task1. So use your ID whenever you give the name. This is the first part. Editor. Remember that we need an editor. Just for your conclusion only here, to succeed in doing creating a web actually solution based on the use of the PHP, you have to have actually an editor. You have to have a server which is in between parentheses interpreter. It has to give you the solution of the PHP only, and that's it. All of the things I use is the notepad, and this choose here and upload. It is the server. I'll teach you just in a future time how to install a local server, since you know what is the server and what is it used for. Because here, see, for example, this task 4, I'm going to choose it again. It is there. I'm going to upload it. I'm going to test. See the output. The output is only hello world. What is this task 4? The task 4. This is it. Double click it. It does not give me a solution. It gives me the full source, the full code. It does not give me. This is the task 4. Here it is. Task4.php. HTML, task 3, for example, when we saved this one as HTML, when I test it, it opens with a, let's say, browser, and it gives me the output here, actually, the HTML content only. Yes, if I test, I see the source. It is a solution only. Absolutely, it works very fine. This is the HTML only. This is the HTML only. But when we talk about PHP, no, it is not successful. It is not successful. It has to have, there have to be actually a server to interpret the PHP into a solution. To interpret the PHP into a solution. Otherwise, it will keep giving you actually empty content or empty output if there is no errors. Those are the unique utilities we need for this full lab from now till the end of this semester. I'll pass to actually this task. All of what we saw now, it's just only one solution. Only one solution. Task 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. They are all only one hello world program. We're going to see other things. But for now, we solved only one program differently and using different methods. No more, no less. Let's pass to task number 2, let's say solution 2 or problem 2. Not only to display a string, a message, not only to display hello world like this one, but let's calculate some numbers, make some math using the PHP also. Let's make a calculation, a process, and an output. New notepad. I'm going to maximize the font. Okay, I'll start this solution here by a command here. It's a PHP now, so I'm going to start with a command here saying that simple calculator. Okay, calculator. Okay, enter. Okay, I close this PHP block and I'll start my HTML body, HTML, my head, yes, I close my head also at the same time. I don't need anything here. I start my body, I close my body, and I close my HTML. But here in the head, I'm going to give a title. Let me give a title to this program. I'm going to give a title. I'm going to give a title. Yes, I'm going to say here calculator. Close what here? Title. Great. So in here, yes, tell, please. Matt, can you repeat, please? No worries, it's okay. What's your name? What's your name? Sumay. Okay, Sumay. Continue. So here in this body, I'm gonna just declare my startup of the PHP block. Not here, not like that. Question mark. And I'm gonna close my PHP. And between here, I'm gonna do whatever I want. I'm gonna declare, like in C++, I'm gonna declare actually a variable int a equal 5 semicolon, int b equal let's say 2 semicolon. Okay, here I'm gonna say int res equals a plus b semicolon. Okay, echo res. The echo is PHP, we know. It brings the output. Int a equal 5, int b equal 2, int res equal a plus b. Those are C++ syntaxes. In PHP, you do not mention int a equal. No, a is a variable. We just write $a. We do not mention int or string or double or whatever. We don't. We just say that this is a variable, and the interpreter will recognize this automatically. Since the value is int, it will assign an int size in the memory for this variable. The same thing for this b, dollar only, $b. Thus, the computer will recognize that this b is an int since the value assigned is 2. The same thing for this res, $res only. And the computer, the interpreter will recognize that this res would be actually allocating an int size in the memory since the value is assigned here is the sum of a plus b. Let's see the result here now. Did we finish? Yes, as a simple calculation, yes, it's an addition. So, res, simple like that. I did not mention any quotation, space, equal, space, res only. But here there is a missing thing here, which is the $. It's a variable. I'm going to mention here the $. So, $res only, the same, we respect. Let me save. File save as. I'm going to give it the name, I'm going to say here, Murad, task 2. You replace, I'm going to replace Murad here by the ID to make you understand here. XXXX, it's the ID here. .php, and I'm going to replace for all types. Save. Great. Saved. Let me test. Choose. Is the X task 2. Upload. Test. Warning. I have a warning. There is something actually. Constant A assumed to be A. It's a constant. This will draw something. There is something actually I missed. Let me check. What's the problem here? Yes. What is this A? What is this B? It has to be mentioned as variable. So $. Okay, I'm gonna save. File save. Save only. Let me come back. Choose the same task to upload and test. 7. It is mentioned the value is 7. So it works very fine. It works very fine because here 5 plus 2 is 7. Let me change the 5 to be, sorry, the 2 to be 10, for example. 5 plus 10 is 15. File save. Let me come back. Choose again. Upload. Uploaded. Let me test. 15. It works very fine. It is 15 only. So very good. So it is very fine. So it is working very fine. But to make it more clear, for me, I'm gonna bring another modification. Instead of just typing the number here, I'm gonna before of this res, I'm gonna write a message echo in between double quotation. The sum of A and B is double quotation semicolon. Another equal to indicate. Save. I'm gonna file save. I added another echo with a string only. Let me test. Choose. Same file, same task2. Upload. Has been uploaded. Let me test. The sum of A and B is 15. Very good. So it works very fine. It works very fine. Are you still getting my screen, please? Halim, are you here? Hasina, are you here? Great, great. We continue because my mobile has turned off. Okay. So I'm gonna make another modification still. See, I'm gonna copy paste this echo here. Copy paste. The sum of A and B is in between double quotations here. I'm gonna replace the second one A with $A and the second B here with $B. Let me copy this one also to make you understand very well. The sum of A and B is res, $res. The sum of $A and $B is $res. We'll see the result now. File, save. Choose. Same task 2. Upload. Uploaded. Test. Okay. The sum of A and B is 15. The sum of 5 and 10 is 15. You see the difference? Difference here. A and B, 15. 5 and 10 is 15. Let me do something else. Copy. Third one. I'm going to change this double quotation here. Single quotation. Double quotation here. Single quotation here. The third one. Okay. Let's save. Number 3. So now we have, sorry, I said save. File, save. Okay. Let me test again. Choose. Task 2. Upload. Let me test. Okay, very good. Sum A and B is 15. Sum 5 and 10 is 15. Sum $A, $B is 15. From where we get this $A, $B? The single quotation. So there is a difference in between the double quotation and the single quotation. In all cases, the echo also. All of the cases where we use the echo, it is for output only. It brings the output. But what would be the output? It is based on how we write the echo content, actually. Double quotation, single quotation, with this $sign or without the $sign. So the difference is clear. Another thing, I'm going to pass now. I'm going to see here. They are in the same line. But the development here we implemented, these in one line, these another line, these in one line, these another line, and so on. Let's do them just in line each. After this phrase, new line. So here before the double quotation, I'm going to integrate an HTML break. After this one, new line. So here. And before let me leave it like that. So after this one also a new line, break, HTML break. After this one another line here, break. Great. So we have 3 lines. Let me save only, test, choose, Upload. Successful. Test. Yes. See, the sum of A and B is 15. But in the same line, he continued. The sum of 5 and 10 is 15. And the same line, the third, continue. No, I need this one to be new line. And this one a new line. Let's do that. To do so, after the 15 here, before this one here, I'm going to add a break. To do so, the same thing. After this second 15, before this string here, I'm going to add another break. Done. That's it. Save. Simple save. Let me test back. Choose X task 2. Test. Yes. Each in a line. The sum of A and B is 15. The sum of 5 and 10 is 15. The sum of $A and $B is 15. So everyone is in a line separately. This way, we reached to manipulate the echo perfectly. We integrated HTML into the PHP inside the PHP, and we manipulated the strings perfectly also. Strings and variables also. Yeah, we know how to deal with that. It is actually a very good example for a startup. We save this one. I'll move to the task number 3, which is a little bit more complicated. It's not complicated, but will make the thing actually more advanced than this level, which is the 4 mathematical operations, the addition, subtraction, and division. So, file a new notepad. I'm going to start a new notepad. Maximize the font again. My HTML as usual, my head as usual. I close my head. I start my body. I close my body and close my HTML. Okay, in between here, I'm gonna start my yes. Let's give a title. Maths. Okay, whatever. For the other task, it was the title actually. It was calculator, and for this one, the title would be math. Different title, no more, no less. Okay, here would be the PHP. As we said earlier, to declare a variable, just we use the $sign. So I'm gonna say num1 equals, let's say equals 2, for example. num2 equals, let's say 3. Okay, semicolon. Here, let's say, okay, $sum equal $num1, come on, without space, plus $num2, semicolon. What I'm gonna do, paste, subtraction, $num1 minus $num2, division, $num2 divided by $num3, multiplication equals num1 multiplied by num2. So here we declare the variable number 1, a second variable number 2, and then after a third variable sum سميناها, and we're giving it the addition of those two. A fourth, which is going to receive the subtraction of those two, the first from the second, and the second from the first, whatever. The division, fifth variable that would receive the division of num1 by num2. The multiplication is the sixth variable that would receive the multiplication of num1 by num2 also. Let's bring the output now. So echo the sum of num1 and num2 is close the quotation, semicolon, equal, I'm gonna say dollar, what is it, sum, dollar sum. That's it. The same thing here. The subtraction of num2, let's say from num1, is subtraction. I'm going to copy and paste. Done. Yes, and the multiplication of num1 by num2 is what? Multiplication. I'm going to copy it and paste it here. Done. And the fourth and last, which is the division. The division, I'm going to say num1 by num2 is dollar division, where it is, here it is, copy and paste. That's perfect. So see the program now. I'm gonna save this one as an whatever, task 3 here. I'm gonna say task3.php. all the files, I'm gonna choose all the files. Yes, okay, done. Let me test. Choose task 3, this is the one, PHP, upload, test. Sum of num1 and num2 is 5. Subtraction of num2 from num1 is -1. The multiplication of num1 by num2 is 6. Division num1 by num2 is 0.666. Okay, it works very fine. Just I'm gonna bring them in a line each. I'm gonna bring them in a line each. So let's do the necessary modification. What should we do? After the first equal at the end here, before the end of the quotation here, I'm gonna add an HTML break. The same here, another HTML break. Again here, another HTML break, and also here another HTML break. Perfect. Here I'm gonna save first. We see the still needed are the breaks. Task 3, upload, test. Yes, sum of num1 and num2 is 5. He continued the same line, so I'm gonna do the necessary as we did for the task number 3 to add other breaks at the beginning of the next echo. After this break, another here after this number, the sum. Here I'm gonna add another break, HTML break, and the same thing I'm gonna add it here to make everyone in a line. Also the last here. Great. Make save, come back and test again. Choose the same file, task 3, upload it, and let me test each in a line, each in a line. The result here, the sum of num1 num2 is 5. The subtraction of num2 from num1 is -1. Actually it is true, it is correct, because we are subtracting here as per the numbers. See here, I chosen 3 is number 2, so I'm gonna give here 10, for example, 10, and let's see the results. Save instead of 2. Save. Let me test again. Choose task 3, upload image, sorry, upload the file, test, Yes, 13. And here 10 minus 3 is 7. That's true. 10 multiplied by 3 is 30. That's good. 10 divided by 3 is 3.333. That's true. So it works very fine. It works very fine. This way, actually, you understand clearly how to manipulate the first PHP statements. You know how it looks like. You are capable of creating a basic PHP file, and you know how to integrate the HTML from within a body of an PHP, and you know that we have to save the file as a PHP file, not an HTML. In an HTML file, the PHP is not interpreted. I'll give you the recall in just in a while.